Welcome to Horror Movie Survival Guide, Disco Citizens, the podcast where gorehounds
and best friends Terry Gamble
and Julia Marchesi break down a different horror movie each week,
exploring a multitude of genres, subgenres,
and sub-subgenres,
classic and cult,
international
and underground flicks alike, determining which films are the goriest,
and offering up Horror Movie Survival Guide tips to help you
stay alive. Hi guys, we're doing great. Welcome to Horror Movie Survival Guide, Disco Citizens. I'm Terry.
I'm Julia, and we are thrilled to be talking to three guests today on the show about their new movie, House on Eden, which we were lucky enough to get a sneak peek of on the big screen here in LA.
Yeah, it was awesome. Went on a little date, Julie. It was adorable. And we got to see Besties Forever. And we got to see
best friend horror movie, like horror movie best friends going to see horror movie best friends.
Oh my God, it was very meta like that. And we even got to stop at the bookstore right outside the theater. I love that too. And read horror copy to each other, which was also a very, very delightful day. So we have three amazing guests. I do not want to delay. I want to get to them as soon as we can. We have Kris Collins, known to millions as KallMeKris, is a Canadian content creator, actor, and director. Also behind Otto, a brand selling delightful fashion, jewelry, and more. Kris has captivated audiences with her ability to jump between laughter and chills, often within the same breath, quite honestly. She's earned a devoted fan base and industry recognition, and Kris now takes her first major leap into feature filmmaking with House on Eden.
We're also talking to Celina Myers, who's known online as CelinaSpookyBoo, who is a best-selling author, YouTuber, and viral content creator. She's also the author of multiple supernatural novels, including Hollow, The Haunting of Clandestine House, The Home Reader, and Blackwick Falls, The Marked Witch. She also has a makeup brand, BeautyXBoo.
Oh, that's cute. You're going to have to get in on that, Julia. And we also have Jason Christopher, a.k.a. Jay Meyer, who's an Emmy Award-winning editor and filmmaker. He made his feature debut with Nobody Gets Out Alive at age 23 as a sweet little baby, and has since directed award-winning shorts like The Sound and Serotonin. He's also the editor for prominent content creators, including the folks we have on the show today, like KallMeKris.
And in their new film, House on Eden, paranormal investigators Kris, Celina, and their videographer Jay expect the usual scares when they set out on their usual case. But after being mysteriously rooted to an abandoned house deep in the woods, they find themselves facing a force unlike anything they've encountered before. As the night spirals into chaos, missing crew members and eerie phenomenon hint at an ancient, malevolent presence watching their every move.
Spooky! Oh my gosh, let's get into it. Welcome, everybody, to Horror Movie Survival Guide. Yay! Yay! Oh my goodness. Y'all, talk to us. I mean, what y'all are wild, wonderful people.
Yes.
What was the grand genesis to be like, hey, we're just gonna make this thing? What made you decide to make this film?
We had been talking about it for like a couple of years since we do the paranormal like digital videos on YouTube. We're like, wow, it would be so nice to be able to control this narrative and not have to like sit around for 5 hours for something to happen.
Yeah.
So it kind of started from there. And then Jay mentioned, because he's made a movie before, it's like, well, found footage is like a lot easier. And so we were like, let's just make this like the smallest production we can, like lowest budget in the quickest amount of time. And then we just, I came up with like an outline and a beat sheet, and then fast forward 6 months, and then we started filming it in like
6 months. I mean, you're just like clipping along. That's so awesome. And
go.
Why not? Just go. I mean, we got to see the film here in LA and on the big screen, which was great because we get to have the audience reaction, the whole thing. And something I was thinking while I was watching it, and I get to ask you now, what did it feel like to play an alternate universe version of yourself?
Horrible.
I mean, especially for you though,
Kris,
not to be a spoiler, kids, but you kind of have a villain arc in this one, Christina.
I do. I'm horrified every time I watch it. I'm like, oh, I'm just like, what a bitch. Sorry, I don't know if I can swear.
Yeah,
do it. Please
okay.
do.
Yeah, no, it was part of it was obviously like for story plot, but another part of it was just to challenge myself kind of because we did a lot of improv in this movie, which was really, really fun. But I was like, do I have the capability to do that and also sell it? But then
Mhm.
I didn't really think of like, oh, I'm using my name and all this stuff. So, and I'm like, it's found footage, so it's kind of real. So if people walk out of it being like, wow, she is like a grade A bitch, then I guess I did my job, I guess. But it's also horrible. It's
I'd
horrible.
rather be remembered as that
Yeah,
character. That's
it was
incredible.
totally having Chris like check in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Iconic bitches of history. I mean, we're gonna
Yes.
add her to the list. It's
Hell
wonderful.
yeah. Hell
Was
yeah.
it
Um,
ever considered to make them
mhm.
into characters and have them be separate from yourself, or was it always going to be you?
We toyed with the idea, but honestly, we wanted to make it as seamless and as easy as possible for us since we're all like not seasoned actors or anything like that. And originally it was just for our audience. It wasn't necessarily for, the whole horror community. So we just thought it would be almost easier or more comfortable for our audience to watch us as us and then turn into something that's very much not us and not real, kind of turning reality into fiction. So yeah, it was definitely always going to be us. Yeah, which and looking back, I'm like, I wish we used different names or something to give me a little bit of
Little bit of distance, but I love that.
it's all
Can you
right.
tell us about that for you, Spooky Boo, Miss Celina? Can you tell us about that? How this was for you?
It was so cool. And I like that we got to be ourselves because we do film ghost videos and it was really important for it to feel like it was one of our ghost videos, but like Chris said, like we were able to control the narrative in this. So being myself and then turning into kind of like this meeker version of myself it was fun, it was weird, but it was the best part was just Chris checking in because she'd be mean and then after she'd be like, okay. Like, I'm sorry.
Like I'm so
And it was like,
sorry.
you're good, you're fine, you're good. But it was cool to also just witness her like being this different person that feels very alien to me. So that was also just good. It was good. And when you see it on the screen, like I believe it. I'm like, oh, bitch.
See, you go.
Yeah.
And for
Yeah.
Jay, what about for you? You're stepping out in front of the camera.
Mhm.
Oh God, I haven't said to Chris. I was just like, kill me off ASAP. I am not an actor. I stay behind that cameraman. And yeah, now we're an hour and 2 minutes later, I die. I'm
Yeah,
like,
sorry,
"Oh, man."
bud. Sorry, bud.
I'm
You
like,
were
I
in
did
it
not
for
want
the
to be
long
listening to this long.
haul.
Mhm.
You had to be there
I
down
was.
those country roads and down the
Yeah,
backwoods and
yeah,
Hell yeah.
incredible.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
can we rewind a little bit and let's talk about your movie origin story? Horror, like where did horror grab you?
Yeah, when did y'all fall in love with horror? We'd love to know that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think all of us were kids, but I was like 11 or 12, even probably before that, like watching Scooby-Doo. It was just always like I always just liked to be scared as a kid and I like monsters and all that kind of stuff and
Roll.
watching yeah,
Yes. It's a gateway
right?
drug.
It
Yes.
totally was. And
Hmm.
then, watched like Blair Witch Project, which this was definitely like an ode to that and I don't know. I love creature features like The Thing. It was very early on. Yeah, I was probably like 10 or 11, but
So
yeah,
you were
that's what got
always
to
known
me.
as the monster kid, like the cool, like horror kid.
Cool is a interesting word to use.
Cool
More
in my
like
book.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, weird and disturbing as my Christian parents would say back then. Now they don't care, but they were just like, we need to exercise her or something. And I was like, okay,
Very relate.
oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Jay, what about
for
you?
me,
Oh, sorry, go
oh
ahead, Selena.
sorry. No, go.
Go, Selena, go. You're go, go.
No, when I was little, it was I saw ghosts when I was really young, so my life was always spooky, but my parents did not censor at all any media that I took in. So like I was blasting Eminem at like 4. And my
Nice.
parents were like, Poltergeist, let's watch it. So
It's
for
PG.
me,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
It's
PG.
fine.
is
Yes.
it was pretty
Yeah.
PG, I'll tell you that.
I
But no,
know.
Notoriously.
yeah, my parents loved it. My parents just were like, let her be who she is, and it sculpted me.
In the best possible way,
Beautifully. I'm gonna
because
say
look, here you
sculpted you
are.
beautifully.
Mhm.
Sculpted
I love
you
that. Okay.
to be the
No
creator you are
trauma.
now. No, I didn't say there was no trauma. Just
Samara will get me one day. I was convinced. My TV, I took it out of my bedroom, my little like big cube TV, and I put it in my parents' closet, and I was like, y'all are going first.
Snap.
Oh, The original
Jay?
Ring
Um,
camera. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For me, yeah, I mean, it was the same. Like Scooby-Doo was such like a gateway drug. And I was like the only one in the family that wanted to watch horror movies. Like my mom loves them now, but back then, like I was the only one watching horror movies, watching Scooby-Doo, all that type of stuff. And um I was allowed to watch horror movies, but I wasn't allowed to watch the news because the news was real. So
Valid.
I'm like fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably like honestly, it was probably like a movie like Nightmare on Elm Street Part One was probably the first one that I watched because there wasn't nudity in that movie. So like my parents were just like, "You watch this one." But yeah, and then
And
it was an endless
I mean
endless
that
world.
that's a big one in my life as well. Like, does it still hold the same to you? Because I feel like that's a movie that still holds up to show it now. All the effects look so amazing.
Mhm.
All those old ones look phenomenal in my opinion.
Yeah.
Practical effects are phenomenal because they really hold up. I mean, even that movie. I mean, I love Nightmare on Elm Street. Do not get me wrong, but honestly, my favorite horror movie of all time is Black Christmas from
Nice.
1974. That's my favorite. I just absolutely love that. I cannot wait to revisit it. And at the Los Feliz 3, they're doing a screening of it next Monday,
Yes.
and I
Yeah.
cannot wait to be there. But yeah, that and it's more so the shadows and stuff, not relying on blood and gore, which I believe that, not to believe, but like I know like Chris did that with this movie. Like we really just relied on, the practical effects that are very minimum in the sense of like the gore sense, but like shadows and just like creepy things and downstairs while someone's up at the steps and stuff,
Yeah.
you know what I
I
mean?
could
Like,
Sounds.
absolutely
so
see
it's
that
big.
Black Christmas in the kind of the lighting that you guys had also between the upstairs and downstairs. Has that kind of vibe. I see. I
Yeah.
see you. I
Yeah,
see your
yeah.
Yeah.
influences
All
throughout the
that.
film. You guys are
Right?
name checking
Yeah.
a lot of movies. I feel like if you're a person who loves horror movies and you go watch this film you guys did, you can really see the love you have and what films you love too. I was like grabbing Julia's arm like during the screening and stuff too. Like I was like, okay. I was like, and
Yeah.
then when it gets to the hereditary turn, not to spoil, but I'm spoiling a little bit because we're a little spoiler heavy. I was like, oh, this is my
Yes, right?
shit.
Absolutely so
Well,
much
Yeah.
influence from that.
and we are such big believers in seeing movies in a movie theater, right? Because and especially a horror movie, because
Yeah.
nothing is better than watching a horror movie with a huge audience where you can feel everybody's fear and they're gasping and screaming and things. And so you've got to tour with the movie and sit in and feel that with audiences. What was that like?
Horrible, but also great. Well, horrible for me, specific. Like I have seen the movie quite a few times now in screenings, and I don't eat, I don't drink, I don't move. I'm like this the
Oh,
whole
that is
time
your horror
because
movie now,
it is my horror.
is
Yeah,
going
it is a
through.
horror movie. I mean, it is so cool though to see people react to like scares that you came up with a year before and that you didn't know if it would work on set or not. So it was so cool to see that. But just knowing the person I am in the movie and people being like, oh, like because they are audibly being like, "Fuck, like just I was like, sorry.
Sitting beside her was crazy because literally she doesn't move. She just sits there and then we hear because we've been to a lot of these showings and we know where people are going to react. And as soon as you get that first laugh and that first gasp, she's like, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
you got to make
times.
sure it's like making sure that like seat is down, like the latch is down and ready. They're going to be on the roller
Yeah,
coaster with you if they get that first section and stuff. That's
totally,
hilarious.
totally.
I love that. I don't know. I feel like as a filmmaker, you're always going to be like noticing the things you want to do, want to change, want to be, what you hate, what you love while you're
Yeah,
watching something that you created. So I know that's a distinct challenge, but it is delightful though that you get to hear the sounds of disgust about you. I mean, that's also
yes,
freaking awesome. That's a full freaking win. I love that so
I
much.
love that.
You just
That's
hear people go,
awesome.
oh.
Oh, oh.
But that's what
Joyous
that's what I
disgust. Yes.
that's what's so amazing. Exactly like what Chris was saying of like in the sense of like, we're doing something on set and we're just like, is this gonna work? I don't know if this is working. I mean, even like I look at that movie, I look at this movie like the first 20 minutes is like a comedy movie. Like you're
Yeah.
seeing Chris and Selena at their finest, like just being so funny and unique and just genuine and all that stuff. And then like, whoop, tables turn once we get in the house. And yeah, I mean, and then having all these moments where it's like, does this work? Does it not work? And going on the sound stage and adding in the effects of, I'm not going to spoil anything, but something that Selena does, and you're adding in those sound design that
Sorry.
actually no, that actually Chris did the Foley for. Like we were
Oh,
recording the sound of like chicken and watermelon
Cutting and
squashing and stuff
punching
like
meat.
that.
Yeah, that's my dream as a
Oh,
Yeah.
kid and as a teen. I was like, I always wanted to be a Foley artist. So I was
You
yeah.
so
lived your
excited,
dream.
so excited to live
Like
my
singing in the
dream.
rain. Like that's seriously, I get it.
Yeah.
I made a little short once like that where I was like playing old timey radio like guy. Like I like put the
Right?
little, hey there, kids. Like you gotta get all the little sounds in and
So
like got
fun.
some tap shoes to get somebody running down the hall, you know, like I love, yes, those practical
Exactly.
things are so fun for
Exactly.
sound. Oh,
Yeah.
I have a question
Yeah.
that I want to make sure that we get in because our podcast is called Horror Movie Survival Guide. So every week we take a different horror movie, we do a deep dive into it, and then we ask the question, how do you survive this movie?
oh yeah.
So my question to all
Oh.
of you, how do you survive House on Eden?
Yeah.
Don't be friends with Kris.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always go reroute. If she says that we're rerouting
Yeah.
somewhere else, just say no.
No.
Yeah, just be like, pull over. Let me
Yeah,
out.
pull over. I'm going
Let me
home.
out. Yeah, I guess it would be to not go to the second location. Similar to getting like almost
Oof.
kidnapped. Just
Mhm.
never go to that second location.
But I
Uh,
feel like your character doesn't really have a choice in the matter. Like, when is the hook in? Because it could be before they even get to the house.
Yeah, I
feel.
thought you were compelled there.
Like,
yes,
lured.
I was. That's the thing. Is like because when we see it, well, again, not
Yeah.
spoilers, but you see it later
Yeah.
in the movie that I was, corrupted in some sort of way.
Mhm.
So it's really hard. I don't really know how you'd survive. Well, if
If
there
you're
was more
walking 2 hours in the woods, it's not right.
something's wrong. Yeah, honestly, it'd just be turning around at some point before getting to the house.
You had me trying to play hide and seek in the woods. I was like, nah, nah, nah. I tap out here. I'd be like, no, no, no. I'm back to the van. I wait for you.
Exactly.
I would
Exactly.
absolutely leave then. I
Yeah.
know exactly when I would turn around personally.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
So it's always interesting to have horror movies where they're kind of, you can't survive if you are
Yeah.
being kind of lured or mentally pulled. That's them the breaks with horror movies. But
Yeah.
we thought this movie, the more movies we watch, the more chance we have of surviving.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think honestly, what's actually pretty funny about it is that we would still actually go to this house though, just because of us ghost hunting. Like I watch as a person, I watch Kris and Celina just like, oh, we're gonna go in this like, creepy,
Yeah.
prison and go do what we got to do to get, because that's it's work at the end of the day. So it's like honestly, it's like I think we would literally still be going in the house to do it because like, oh man, we're gonna make a sick video.
I just need a montage of Jay being like, at the end of the day, like after each one of these places.
Dude,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I mean, that was the point because it lent to that. It was just like, well, at least our audience watching it could be like, when you watch movies, it's like, don't go in there, but it's like they go in there. So
That's literally your job is to go in there.
It's literally your job. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
a good
just, like,
final
kinda,
goal. Yeah, totally.
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking out loud. Like I just like thought about that. Like I think that they would actually still go in there.
Yeah, because it is like, we were like, how do you be the final girl and survive? And if you're a final girl, you're like, don't go in the creepy house. That's a
Yeah.
tip. Hey, there you go. She is a final girl.
Mhm.
Right there forever.
Well,
You're not.
Well, until
Until
whatever.
you're not a final girl anymore.
Until you're not. It's okay.
we'll see. We'll see.
Oh.
We'll see.
You never know. You could anyway, you never know. We also love to get recommendations on our show from all of our guests because we love getting knowledge from everyone around us. What are the movies that are like, I guess for each one of you, what's the movie that's the scariest film for you or the movie you would love to like recommend to people?
Ooh, I just watched a movie recently that I had never seen. It's called Pulse.
Yes.
Really
one.
loved that. I loved the framing and the pacing, and it's like a slow burn, but it's very eerie and dark and good and creepy. It's very good. So I'd say
It is. It's on.
Pulse.
It's on my wall. It's
Is
on
it
the VHS
okay?
wall. Yeah.
Mad respect. I really like that movie.
Go ahead, Jay. I'm
Oh,
thinking.
I mean, I said it earlier, Black Christmas. I mean, that was the
Mhm.
last movie when I was 16 years old on my birthday, my 16th birthday. Got that on DVD from Best Buy and just went home that night and watched that. And Sleepaway Camp was a weird double feature that night. But
Yeah.
Oh
Kind
God.
of great.
but
Kind of great.
But
I-
Black Christmas, I was like watching it. I was like, oh my God, this is just terrifying. I jumped up out of my bed and just like closed the closet doors. And I was just like, this movie, because on top of it, it's really well directed. You got
Yeah.
Bob Clark, who directed A
Yeah.
Christmas Story and Porky's.
Yep.
You have Olivia Hussey. You got Margot Kidder. It's just like the movie's just like it's. I seriously just think it's just
And
an
the best
overall well
sorority den
crafted movie.
mother ever to den mother. I'm
Yes. Oh my
obsessed
Yes.
with
God. Yes.
her. She's
Just
probably one of
always
my
grabbing
favorite characters. Oh,
And
She's
you get to
so
see
Totally.
the
such a character.
inside of like tracing a call in the late 70s, like
Yes.
how you physically find the line that it's coming from and
Yeah.
all that.
Like
Hmm.
it's a movie you couldn't make today, unfortunately, and they've
they
tried
tried.
multiple
Yeah.
times.
Yep.
And but it's just that movie every time I watch it, and like just going to, I mean, it sounds like you guys are from LA, so going to the New Bev every year when they do their special for Christmas and stuff like that, and it's that movie just means everything to me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. Selena, what
Hmm.
you got?
I feel like every time I try to come up with a different movie, and I think
Good.
I want to talk
Good.
about two things really quick. So the first one is I really liked the original The Strangers, because it leaves so much space for you to get scared, and it's just such a dark movie. But this isn't a movie, and I feel like this will be fun for people, and I feel like some people might know of it. But on YouTube, years ago, there was this YouTube channel called Black Box TV, and they put out these incredible movie level like horror shorts, and I don't think they do them anymore, but like if you want to go down a fun rabbit hole of just like really well shot stuff that only ever went to YouTube, it's the Black Box TV YouTube
Yeah, I
channel.
watched that.
Yeah,
So
it's
Ooh.
good.
so
Yeah,
good.
Now
yeah.
I know what I'm doing
Yes.
later tonight. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm just gonna be like,
It's like
"Na, na, 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 na."
15 years old probably at this
Oh,
point,
even
probably.
better, even better. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
absolutely a Luddite, and I love we love a vintage classic vibe.
Hmm.
So, oh,
We do.
incredible.
Do you have any movies that still really scare you even now?
The Visit
Uh,
for me is so bad. I
Is
The
can't.
it?
Visit's solid. That movie's awesome.
Yes. And I know it's funny to people, but like
I'm
seeing that
sorry.
old
No,
woman
yeah.
in the cross space, my uncle has
that's
dementia, so like dementia's so scary as it is, but like I can't do scary old people. Like I can do demons, I can do monsters, I can do ghosts, but scary old people, nah.
yeah. Yeah.
It
It's
is
hard to
the
think of
fear
super.
of aging, you know?
Yeah,
It's a very
true.
ever present. Have you all seen The Amusement Park
True.
by George
Yeah.
Romero?
Oh, I gotta watch
Yeah.
that.
Gonna put it
Yeah, it's
out
good.
Oh,
there. Highly
okay.
recommend.
Nice.
Julie and
Yeah.
I also do a show with the Romero Foundation, and we're big
Okay.
proponents of George's work. And it's a underseen classic. I think it's on Shutter now too, but it's mwah.
It's
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
like,
it's so good.
ageism in a film, and it's such a strong voice, and it's something that people
Hmm,
don't really talk about that they really should. So yeah, that's
So you might
a
be
good
interesting.
rec.
terrified, Selena, but I highly
I'm gonna
recommend
be.
it.
No, I'd love to watch it. Yeah, it's
Get
hard to think of
scared.
Get,
movies that
Getting older
actually
scares me.
scare
Yeah,
you
me
now.
too.
Definitely for
Yeah.
me, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to get scared. But like obviously Hereditary, I mean it's hugely like an ode to Hereditary and like Blair Witch and all those. It's honestly an ode to all the movies that actually have scared me. Like The Witch, Hereditary, Blair
Yes.
Witch, Creep is
Yes.
another
Yeah.
one. Yeah, those movies are like at least make me feel very uncomfortable. Like I'm just like I'll go on my phone for I know I like you know what part's coming up and I'm like I
Oh
don't really
yeah.
want to. I just and getting chased because a lot of that is in quite a few of those movies.
Yeah, you don't like that
Especially
in real life.
by no, but I again not to give it away, but you get chased by somebody that's of older age, I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think like movies like a good ghost movie or a home invasion movie. Like I'm being an adult now
Mhm.
and like, living alone in like a house, it's just kind of like I don't ever want someone breaking into. I have like nightmares all the time of it. And like movies like though that also deal with grieving and
Mhm.
stuff just because it's like movie like a good most recently like just Bring Her Back,
Mhm.
just dealing
Hmm.
with that process and the acceptance of death and like having to move on. It's not that it's terrifying, but it's insanely depressing and sad, but also just you don't ever want to be in that situation,
No.
of I mean, who the hell wants to go through that,
Mhm.
Did you
Yeah,
see
that's true.
anything for Jackson? Because I feel like that would be a good double feature with Bring Her Back. Similar vibes of
Oh, no, I
What
hadn't
is it?
seen that either.
anything for Jackson. I think it's actually
Oh, someone
Canadian
told me about
too.
this.
I'm gonna write
Yeah,
that
someone
Yeah,
told me about this movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Anywho,
it's on my letterboxd.
I'm gonna put it up there based on what you just said. That's my recommendation back to you because I feel
Perfect.
I
like
love it. Yeah, it's
families
actually on my letterboxd
grieving.
watch list.
Oh,
Super,
fun.
I have two
yeah.
movies to watch now. The
You're
amusement
Can
one
I
welcome.
and love
can
it.
I
Love it. Because
can
yeah.
I can I ask what your favorite thing is about the horror community?
Honestly, just how devoted they are. Like I can't think of any other genre where like I know they're gonna want to again what you said, watch it in theaters, like really appreciate it, appreciate the sound design, appreciate that we used pretty much all practical effects. It's just like there's that just like appreciation and even if it's a shitty horror movie, like I love shitty horror movies because at least somebody's trying to make something scary. It feels like, I mean, there's more coming out now, which is awesome, but yeah, I think there's just that genuine appreciation, even if it's not that great, which I think is awesome. That's me anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
No,
sure Jay,
completely. You
yeah.
said it perfectly.
yeah. I mean, living in Los Angeles and where like there's literally a horror community, is I literally met like some of my friends, that I'll probably
Oh,
Hey, Dylan.
die
Oh,
just because of the horror community. Like my one
Sorry,
friend,
you
what? Oh,
got
I'm
you
sorry. What
glitched
happened?
and it was incredible because you were talking about dying or something, and then it just went
Yeah.
yeah, it glitched out, went
die.
completely silent,
And
and then
that
you
was
said
like, I
die.
was like, oh no, we're in one of those movies. We're in one of those Zoom movies. Oh my God, it's very 2020 right now. Oh no, host.
Oh my God.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, anyway.
Unfriended.
Um, as you were
Yeah,
saying, you're
yeah. So,
back now.
no. So yeah. I mean, like, I've just met, like, I've become friends with so many amazing people in the horror community, just because of going to events in LA or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're sure we're gonna run into you at some point. Like
Yeah.
paths are gonna cross.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
We're programmed. We'll run into you at a screening, I'm sure. We're
Oh, you
programming some
guys look
stuff at Killer
familiar. Like,
Fitness.
I'm sure I've
You've
seen
seen
you,
us around.
So yeah. I mean, I'm always at the Arrow, the New Bev, the
Yes.
Vista,
Egyptian.
Yeah.
the Egyptian,
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
Kind Video, like in
Yep.
Yeah.
Burbank.
We love
I
Be
love
Kind.
that. I was just there yesterday. I love Matt and Matt, the owners.
Yes.
Yes.
You've been to Whammy VHS, right? On
I
Sunset.
haven't. I
They
have
have
not
great
yet.
screenings, really great
Yeah.
screenings there.
You got to get
Yeah,
there.
as my friend Annette has said so. So I haven't gone yet.
All right. Sweet. What else we got, Julia?
Um, I guess just any final thoughts? Tell us about how excited you are to come out. We'll tell them when they can go and see it, and tell us what you recommend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It's been like an anxiety-ridden year because it usually doesn't take a year for stuff to come out for us. It's usually we make
Yeah.
it like a week in a week and then we post it the next week kind of thing. So it's been
Wow.
kind of crazy. But you know, it just makes me appreciate the space more, even though it did move quicker than most movies even come
Oh
out now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, I've grown a huge appreciation for the traditional space and honestly for the digital space. I'm very thankful for that. Because if I want to do more projects like this, then it might go to the traditional space, but I also would be cool with it being on the digital space as well.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for people to see this movie. I think they'll have a lot of fun watching it.
Uh,
Yeah.
Love it.
Is that it?
Go
You guys
see
all
the
the same?
movie. No, you know what? In closing, this is something that Jay, Chris, and I have talked about a lot, especially when it comes to the movie. Like, we hope it inspires you guys to just go out and do the thing, follow your dreams. If you thought about making a horror short, you don't have to do a big thing. Just start. You have a cell phone. Everyone has a phone. Make a thing. Just fuel your dreams. Do it. Get out there.
Yep.
Can you say that
Yeah.
one more time for the back row? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Do it. Go do it. Stop making
I
excuses. No, I'm
love this so much. I've been teaching on-camera TV technique at UCLA this summer, and I literally
Oh.
talked to the kids about you guys this morning. So I was like, I'm about to go
Aw.
talk to these people that made a movie, and I was like, just go do it. I was like, and they're like, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, no, truly.
Yes,
Yeah, that's what the
yes.
biggest
Yeah.
question I think we get is just like, how did you do that? It's like we just picked
Did
up
it.
our cameras we already have and Jay's like old fucking VHS camera and 8
Which I
millimeter and just
love.
did it. Yeah, that was hugely important. But yeah, and I'm sure
Yeah.
Jay can attest to all that.
No, yeah. I mean, that's exactly what these two said, and to watch this movie in a theater. I mean, like it's a found footage movie, so it's always just like, do you see, do you have to go see a found footage movie in a theater? It's like for this one, like I'm a sound nerd. When we were doing the sound mix, I made sure that there was like sound design. I'm sure that you guys heard, watching it in a theater, like you'll hear something in the right back rear channel, of
Yeah.
of just playing with your atmosphere and keeping it as true though. I mean, even just like how Chris was just saying with having, an old high eight camera when we were doing the sound design, it sounds real big, and then every time it goes to that camera, the high eight camera, it's like mono. It's just a
Yeah.
mono like in the center speaker, and that's it. And just because we wanted the audience to see this in the theater to really just capture that experience.
Mhm.
And yeah, just get up and go do it.
Yeah.
Just get up and go make something, and then you could do this too, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Thank you so much. That's
Yeah.
the rules to live by, words to live by, and we had so much fun watching your movie, and we hope that it does fantastic. We can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You guys are awesome. I appreciate it.
Yay.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.
Thank you all.